And that might sound weird.
I know what you
And
mean.
that might sound a little gay.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But to tell you the truth, it's totally not.
No, it's not.
Because A, I think the doctor, if he's a man, can probably relate better to you.
Yeah.
And B, I think it's probably a recipe for disaster if a woman was checking me out like this dude was.
Okay.
In a medical situation.
Here's all right, 248-539-9797. Take a text 97136. When your undercarriage needs to be looked at, do you think? Let's see how I put this. Is it better to have a guy doctor when you're taking a look at the undercarriage? 248-539-9797. Take a text 97136.
You know what upsets me about all these stories?
What?
You don't tell any stories.
I do.
And then I have to tell stories about medical stuff from the oral surgery.
I don't.
Everything else.
I don't go to the
what's
doctor.
Gonna happen before this surgery.
I don't have any health
Before
insurance.
this surgery, we're going to do the show if I'm going to survive or not.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a little more serious than the oral surgery.
Yeah.
And I just read that story about the lady in Farmington Hills that went to the hospital.
Yes. And
Came away with the flesh-eating virus.
yeah, you got to watch
And
that.
died.
Yeah.
So, I can't wait for that. That's going to be exciting because we're going to talk about that. But no, right now.
But here's this. Take a text 97136. Not too bad. The surgery, Jeff. I just went through it. So there you go. See? And here's another one. I got a hernia from sneezing. So you could maybe you got it from sneezing.
There you go.
That's entirely possible. But yeah, I will say this. So one time I kind of had to be checked out. Okay. There's some. I don't remember if it was anything all that bad, but you know, you got to take a look. So I had not only did I have a female doctor, she was kind of a just out of school female doctor, and kind of hot, you know, looking all right. She's got the library, you know that. Remember that? You know that commercial's going around about the naughty librarian look.
Mm-hmm.
She looked like that, and she had she had the stethoscope around. She's got to be kind of checking all around, and it was like, here's basically what was happening. Is that she's kind of feeling around me, right, kind of giving me a physical or whatever. She's kind of putting her hands all over me. And then, we're just kind of, talking. And then, she lifts up, to take a look. And, during that moment, neither one of us talked. So it was kind of like this horrifically embarrassing moment. So I totally understand where you're coming from. I don't think it's gay at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think in certain situations you want to do doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it just comes down to that. 248-539-9797. You want to chime on in.
What if when he's snapping the glove? Do you need a male doctor for that?
Gloves. Who used gloves? What? Oh.
Come on, Doc. We know each other. Come on. What's going on?
You don't need these gloves. Dina Milford, does it make you feel weird that some guy out there is listening, is now seen and handled your junk? Oh, please. I think doctors are professionals. No doctor in their right mind is up at 2:41. Oh, maybe they are.
Dude, they are totally up at this hour. This is when doctors are up.
Even not that doctor.
That's the reason why they probably know you so well.
Successful doctor.
No. It's successful doctors especially. Doctors are up all night.
Yeah.
They're probably listening right now.
Oh, thank you, doctor.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably how he knows
you. He was a nice guy. He was a really good guy, and hopefully he's going to help me out.
Did he say he was rooting for you on the challenge? That's why.
No, he didn't say that. In fact, I'm pretty sure he thought I was Jamie or Wojo. But whatever.
And you had to go, I've been on with them.
Yes, I know them.
Yes, I've walked
met them once.
I've walked past them.
I work in the same building as they do.
So, yeah, is it better to have a male doctor if they've got to, figure that out? If they got to snap the glove? I don't know. Is it better if...
And are you worried ever about going into the hospital? No. I didn't get too much information.
Mm-hmm.
I just told the guy I was getting married. He was, again, really good guy.
Yeah.
I told him I was getting married. He's like, listen, don't think about this at all.
Right.
Before you get married, go enjoy yourself. Go enjoy the honeymoon. Come back. Give us a month. We'll set something up whenever you want to do it. You'll be down for the count for maybe about 3 days. You'll be good to go. It's fine. Everything's going to be okay. But I didn't ask him where exactly the surgery happens. I would assume a hospital.
Yeah.
Probably not in his office, right?
No.
I would assume. I don't know.
By the way, Heisenberg says, coming up at 4:32, Jeff gives out his address, phone number, social security number, and bank account number.
Should I not tell the story in there?
No, I think it was fine.
Okay. Apparently,
they're all saying you better shave, or the lady nurse will do it for you. 97 won the ticket.
I think any guy doesn't really want a hot female doctor. I think you want a male doctor.
Especially if
Throwing it out there, though, 248-539-9797.
Well, if you're sitting there going like, golly, I imagine if you were concerned about having a sexually transmitted disease like an STD, then yeah, you want to talk to the doctor about that. But if you're talking to a hot female doctor, that's got to really stink.
You don't think that would turn her on? So you're here for the clap.
Apparently,
all right.
You must get around then. And who calls it the clap? How about this? Text. How about this one? The 3 days, my butt hurt for a month apparently. For a month.
Thanks for reading that.
Apparently, you
Listen,
can't just sit really easily for a month.
That's fine. I just told the story because I want to know if guys agree with me that in some medical circumstances, it's better to have a dude doctor than a gal doctor. 248-539-9797. Also talking about the Tigers, they win again today.
They have a female doctor look at me than a male doctor.
Really? Why's that?
I don't know. I just feel more uncomfortable with a male doctor.
But see, but isn't it kind of almost? I mean, you don't really. You don't even want that part of it going on, especially if they gotta look at you. You don't want to sit there thinking about she's gonna judge you. That's the problem for me. I'm always kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't really want to be on display at this moment because I'm sick.
Larry, I'm gonna tell you, throughout the course of my life, I can't help it. It's just the guy that I am. If I see a good-looking woman, I check her out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what I do. And in a situation like this, and I'll let you talk here, but in a situation like this, when it's a medical condition, for crying out loud, I'm not going there to be turned on. I'm going there to make sure everything's okay. I want a guy. I think a guy can relate better to me than a girl. Go ahead, Larry.
I think a female doctor that I've had related better to me than the guy doctor.
Well, fair enough. How about Bill in Detroit? You're on 97.1 The Ticket. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with Larry and say that going to a woman doctor is better than a man doctor because women are used to looking at men's bodies and men aren't. And you can.
I don't know. I think doctors are.
I see a man's body every time I look down.
It's ultimately your decision, but I think I'm gonna start with Larry too. I feel more comfortable with a woman because
why?
When the issue's revolving around something in the men's department.
In the men's department. Gotcha.
The men's department, it's almost it's a difficult thing to get through, but once you get through and a woman tells you you're all okay and you're down there, it's like it doesn't, you don't need the sexual thrill of it to know that you're okay.
I don't see that's the whole thing. I don't want to risk having a sexual thrill at all.
Yeah.
I'm in the doctor's office.
I got to think about
and I got to be honest with you.
You're more concerned with, am I going to live? Am I going to play violin again? Or whatever it is.
Thank you, Bill.
Right. Nice sit down.
97.1 The Ticket.